It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Seattle Seahawks and the Houston Texans. And it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 25.
We are just about 10 miles south of downtown. You get a look inside NRG Stadium in Houston, the home of the Texans. Good to be with you. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here in the booth. Greg, we got a couple of teams who love to throw the football, and you know how guys say, hey, we're not going against the other offense, we're going against the other team's defense. Greg, these star wide receivers, you know they're watching what the other guy does on the field here today.
Oh, in their minds, there's no question. They are competing against one another, and I think that's what makes this league so fun is when these guys, they know each other, they study each other, they work together in the off seasons. A lot of times they're friends, but come game day, there is no question. At the end of this one, yes, they want their teams to win, but when they put their two box scores up next to each other, there's going to be some bragging rights come this offseason.
About ready to get this one started. Jaime Fairbairn ready to kick it off. And off we go from Houston. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Seattle offense to take over for the first time. And leading them, Greg, the veteran out of West Virginia, it's Geno Smith.
You just can't say enough about Geno and his turnaround over the last couple years, Mike. I mean, many thought he was destined to just be a career backup and just play out the rest of his career. And when things didn't play out at first, instead of just listening to those doubters, he just kept working on his craft. And next thing you know, he gets an opportunity with a new team, makes the most of it, and he's now solidified himself as a bona fide franchise quarterback in this league.
They'll try to set up the screen here with Walker. And he's going to be taken down at the 37.
I like the call. Using the screen as a drive starter to pick up a chunk play and get this offense into some rhythm. It's clear this offensive play caller anticipated the rush of the defense, and he was able to use it against them.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. On play action, Smith. He'll get this complete to Walker. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a complete.
Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sit and duck for this pass rush.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Smith. Oh, got him again the second time with a sack on this opening drive.
His defensive line clearly has a beat on this offense. They've got to find a way to settle their pass protections. If they want to be able to get their quarterback in any sort of established rhythm and timing going forward, they're going to have to do a lot better job protecting them. Early in this game, that's already 2 sacks allowed.
So it's 4th down. The Seahawks send out the Aussie Michael Dixon to punt. Robert Woods back to return for the Texans. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Houston offense heading out to the field for the first time. They're led by the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year in 2023. From Ohio State, it's C.J. Stroud.
You could certainly make the case, Mike, that he had one of the best rookie seasons by a quarterback in NFL history. Not so much just his personal play, but he has completely rejuvenated that Houston Texans locker room and that Houston Texans organization. It was incredible watching him as a rookie. Tell you what, though, I think he's even more capable here in his 2nd year under center.
A short throw pulled in by Schultz. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
2nd and 7. From the gun, here's Stroud. He's back to Schultz. He's got it again. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
He's got his tight end. It's Schultz.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need, but really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
They'll go play action with Stroud. Now he'll swing it out to his fullback. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Well, not exactly a highlight reel type play, but in some cases, just checking the ball down to your fullback, picking up some positive yards is the only play that's to be made.
Here's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. That's complete. It's Tank Dell. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a first down.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the first down.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Stroud. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
Here in the first half, we've seen nothing but connections from these two guys. I mean, they've come out completely on fire. So the defense finally gets a stop, and really the first time we've seen these guys be a little bit off.
Throwing on 2nd down. Stroud. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
I think the rest of those receivers in the huddle have all come to the realization that they might not be getting a target anytime soon, and frankly, I don't blame them. I mean, they're riding the hot hand, and rightfully so. Until this defense proves that they can stop him in the passing game, I expect the quarterback to just continue to go back to him time and time again.
He'll try to run for it.
Really nice job here, not only avoiding the rush on 3rd down, but quickly finding that crease, get downfield, and he's able to pick up the first down.
Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. First carry for Joe Mixon. And he'll take this down to about the 15. Second down and 8. Now Stroud. He's got it inside the 5. And the Texans are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Powering forward. He's in. Joe Mixon. Touchdown, Houston. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Now Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Texans will take a 7-0 lead. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. Jalen Darden now to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense ready to possess the football for the second time. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. First carry now for Kenneth Walker. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 2. Gino to throw. He'll get this to the veteran tight end, Noah Fant. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
Off the play fake, Smith. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
I think the most frustrating element to all of this is when you look downfield, there's guys open. There's plays to be made downfield in the passing game, but quite frankly, the pass protection has just been so bad that they haven't been able to take advantage of any of it.
So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. They run with Walker. He'll work this ahead for 2, maybe 3. Jimmy Ward that time shuts it down. A tough spot here. 3rd and long. They go play action with Smith. He'll try and get there on the ground.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
Here's Michael Dixon now. He'll punt for the 2nd time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Texans offense ready for their 2nd possession. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Stroud gonna set up to throw. Diggs on the reception. Here's a 2nd and 6. On play action. Stroud. He's got his man. That's Nico Collins. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
Not much develops there. He'll get this to about the 43. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Here's a toss right side to Mixon. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down. They'll try and run for this with Mixon. And that is going to be good enough. He's got that 1st down. So conversion, and they move it to the 46-yard line. Back to throw. Stroud. He'll get this over the middle to Diggs. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice 1st down pickup.
On 1st and 10, here's Stroud.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Second down and 3. Here's a give up the middle to Mixon. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
This is caught at the 2. To the goal line and in. Tank Dell. Touchdown, Texans. Greg, offensive coordinators script the start of the game. This script has read perfectly. What a great start for this offense.
It just seems like every play this offensive coordinator dials up is perfectly timed and then perfectly executed. They've been aggressive. They've been efficient right since the start of this one. And I'll tell you what, Mike, if they continue to build on this lead here early, it's going to be a long day for this defense.
Fairbairn good on the point after. And the Texans move out on top 14-0. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. From the 6, here comes a return. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Geno. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
On 2nd down, it's Geno. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
If you can't protect the quarterback in the NFL, you might as well just throw your entire playbook in the garbage. Everything starts there. And with the amount this quarterback's been hit and taken down here in the 1st quarter, are we confident that we're going to be able to even see him in the game come the 2nd?
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, Smith. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Here's their punter now, as this drive quickly stalled out, so he's on to punt it away. Oh! And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Texans offense ready to get back to work. They've raced out to a 14-0 lead. They've done nothing wrong so far. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. They'll begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. On the option, they give it to Mixon. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
You hear teams talk about it all the time, Mike. Let's win at the point of attack. And boy, this team here early in the 1st quarter, they've done just that.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Here's Stroud. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a 1st down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
On 1st down, it's Stroud. That'll be taken in by Mixon. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
Every defense in the league, Mike, they stress the importance of defending the middle of the field. And in this case, that's just too much room to operate. They have to find a way to close and cloudy up those windows, make the quarterback throw the ball to the sidelines. When you allow him to operate in there, especially with that much space, you're going to make for a long day.
And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this 1st quarter. 1 quarter in the books. It's the Texans who have the early lead. And more from Houston coming up in a moment. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw, it's Stroud. Open man, the tight end, Brevin Jordan. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
Good snap, good hold, good kick. And the Texans stake themselves to a 17-0 lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through and they get 3.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense headed back to take over once more. They trail this one 17-0 now. Really need to find some inspiration, some momentum on this drive as they'll begin here with first down. Off the play fake, it's Smith. That's caught by Tyler Lockett. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins. And it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline. So as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
Straight ahead, it's Walker. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It is Azeez Al-Shire with the stop. He'll keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to third down. Play action now. It's Geno. Got it with Smith and Jigba.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Smith. He's going to keep it himself.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
They'll motion over Metcalf. A 2nd down throw for Smith. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Now a 3rd and 2. He'll try and run it with Walker. And he'll have the first down at the 26. So good job on the ground to keep this drive rolling.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Working out of the gun, Smith. That is caught. What a throw. Tyler Lockett. Touchdown, Seahawks. Well, that is a step in the right direction, finding the end zone. I don't know, Greg, could this be building some momentum for these guys, and that's important before halftime?
Absolutely, and I think the biggest thing this coach is trying to get across right now on the sideline, Mike, is let's just cut into this lead, and let's make it a 1-score game at half. So they still got some work to do, but if they can go into halftime, regroup, catch their breath, just keep it close, give yourself a fighting chance here out of the break.
Jason Myers on to attempt the extra point. He's got it, and the Seahawks are back in this one. It's 17-7. After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. On the return, it's Damian Pierce. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. C.J. Stroud and the Houston offense set to get going again. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. And he looks to add to them with another drive here. Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10. That's over the middle and caught by Dell. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
Right back to Dell. He's got it again. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
This is caught downfield. It's Dell. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
Stroud to throw here on 1st down. A short throw pulled in by Schultz. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. On 2nd down, Stroud. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And this drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team.
It's really just an extended handoff. Get the ball out wide to your running back in space and make the defense tackle him. That's really all this is. Something small turns into a nice pickup.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Touchdown, Houston. Greg, it's one of those, sometimes you got to feel like you know where the ball's going to go, and the defense knows it too, but it still ends up in that guy's hands for the touchdown.
Absolutely, Mike. In these critical situations, like down here in the red zone, it's players, not plays. It doesn't matter what you draw up on the board. You say, okay, who's my best player? Put him in a good matchup, let him go win, and give him a chance. That's exactly what they do here, and I think we're going to see a lot of this the rest of the game.
Now Fairbairn for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Texans up their lead. It's now 24-7. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. On the return is Darden. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Seahawks offense and veteran Tyler Lockett getting ready to get back to work. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. Now, Geno. Over the middle, Smith and Jigba with the grab. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
1st and 10. They put the tight end Brown in motion. He'll push forward for about a yard. Jalen Petrie up to make the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 9. Once again, it's Walker. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Throwing is Smith. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
On comes the punter now, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. The Texans offense and C.J. Stroud ready to get to work once more. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. He spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stroud. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Here's Stroud. To the left side, into the hands of Collins. And he'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Stroud. That's taken in, and he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
A fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. They go play action with Smith, taking the deep shot for Smith and Jigba. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 72 yards. Touchdown, Seattle. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
Now the point after try from Myers. He gets it to go, and the Seahawks back within 10. It's now 24-14. After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. Here's Pierce for the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Texans offense and running back Joe Mixon heading out onto the field. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, trying to add to it. It begins with 1st down. Out of the gun, here's a give to Mixon. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Now, Stroud. He'll tuck it and take off. Stroud avoids the contact as he slides to a stop after picking up the 1st down.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield, take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Stroud. This one complete to Jordan.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
Here's a 3rd and 10. Throwing is Stroud. And that is incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The Seahawks offense starting to trot out for this next possession. This will begin at their own 13-yard line. So work to do starting with this 1st and 10. They put the tight end Brown in motion. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
They'll go play action. It's Smith. That's complete to Lockett outright. And they're going to mark him down right at the 30-yard line.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
So, 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Walker. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
Couple of first downs has them out to the 45-yard line as it's 1st and 10. To the left side, it's caught by Brown. The run up the middle, it's Walker. He'll work his way forward for about 3 yards. The tackle there by Will Anderson. Third and 6. Smith. They'll try to set up the screen here with Walker. And great determination as he gets forward and picks up the first down. So, 2 minutes to play in a back-and-forth first half. Greg and I, back from Houston in a moment. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. From the gun, it's Gino. Connecting with the tight end, that's Fant. And they'll get about half of what they needed It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Off the play fake, it's Smith. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Here comes 3rd and 6. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The home team's offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. They'll begin with first down from their own 11. Here's Stroud. Taking off. The Texans going to go ahead and use their first timeout here. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll go play action with Stroud. That's caught downfield by Diggs. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
And this is why most teams, Mike, decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle 4. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeouts. You can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break. Oftentimes, it's the wide open ones that are the hardest to catch. It seems like the ball is in the air forever. You start overthinking it. You start really making more of it than what you should, and you let it slip away.
Throwing on 2nd down, Stroud. Trying the right side, taken in by Collins.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
To throw, it's Stroud. He's got his man, complete to Dell. Here's a timeout, Houston. That's their 2nd. And it'll come with 15 seconds to play in this first half. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now Stroud. That's to the left side and taken in by Diggs. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. And with just 4 seconds left in the first half, a timeout is called. Jaime Fairbairn coming on to try the field goal. And this will be from 42 yards out. Fairbairn's kick is good. And the Texans going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Just 1 second remaining in this first half, and they will kick it away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. On first down is Smith. Taking the deep shot for Smith and Jigba. And he's going to be out of bounds. Triple zeros up there on the clock. We have reached the end of the first half.
Okay, Michael, thanks very much. And with that, we welcome you all into our EA Sports studios. This is the Halftime Report. It was a terrific first half from the former Offensive Rookie of the Year, C.J. Stroud. His 2 touchdown passes helped pave the way for his guys to take this lead into the intermission. Both of these offenses had their share of high points in that first half. Each team had some big moments, and it would seem this could turn out to be a game where the last score wins.
Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And they'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. Eddie has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
On the give, this is Mixon. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line.
It's too early at this point, Mike, to really start thinking about the clock. You definitely don't want to go into a shell, but now this is the point in the game where having a good ground game really starts to take over. You throw to get the lead, but man, once you get it, that ground game, that's what finishes the game off.
There's that man again, another catch. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stroud. That's caught right side, the tight end Schultz. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
Man in motion, it's Diggs. A 2nd down throw for Stroud. A throw on the move is caught. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
This is a guy that we're used to seeing make a lot of his plays in the back end, Mike, kind of patrolling that center field safety position. But this time, he recognized that play up at the line of scrimmage, and he blows it up for a loss.
On third down, here's a run by Mixon. Fighting off defenders here. He'll churn forward and pick up 3. A field goal, no gimme from this distance. They'll go on 4th down. They'll run for it with Mixon. And he's going to have a Texans, and he's going to have the Jets.
This play should always end up converting a 4th down, especially at this distance. But you can't tell me there weren't some nerves on that sideline as they sent that play in to snap it. But fortunately, nothing to worry about. The offense gets it done.
Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10. To the left side, into the hands of Collins. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Well, there's not a lot to this route. Man coverage, and you got a drag route. Give him a little something off the line and go. Win with speed. Good, accurate ball on the front shoulder pad. Allows him to pick up the rest after the catch and leads to a big gain.
Now a toss play with Mixon. And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Now Stroud. A short throw pulled in by Schultz. And the Texans are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
Stroud going to set up to throw. That one, take it in. Tank Dell. Touchdown, Texans. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
Here's Stroud. That's going to be caught. So add a couple more points, and they add to their lead.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. This one taken at the 7. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The visitors' offense ready to take over once again. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast, and right now they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive, and he's in space. Up past the 30 to about the 32-yard line, a pickup of 7. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They'll run here with Walker, and he'll get past the marker. So he's got a first down on that gain of 5.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Walker. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. They go play action with Smith. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Smith from the gun on 3rd down. Taking off, he'll try to get there. He is dangerous when a play breaks down. A pickup of 18.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner. Picks up the 1st down.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. They run with Walker. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the 2nd half. The defense is going to give you some friendly runs, so don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
On the handoff, this is Walker. And they're going to get him down this time. Not as easy as the last carry. This time they drop him behind the line of scrimmage. 2nd down.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
They'll run the toss with Walker. Walker, 1st down and more. And they'll finally run him down, but he takes it inside the 10-yard line.
Sometimes all it takes is that one key block to spring this back. He's just so good in open space. And, man, that was a heck of a run, and it sets up 1st and goal.
Here's Walker. He slowed up quickly as he gets this down to the 6. Now here's 2nd and goal. From the pistol, Smith. That is caught. Hard running close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him just short.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, Man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep.
And he will take this one across into the end zone. Kenneth Walker, touchdown, Seattle. So on 3rd and goal, they run it in. Sometimes, Greg, that's 4-down territory. They didn't need to do it on 4th down, taking care of it on the 3rd down for the touchdown.
Yeah, and when you find yourself down here this close, Mike, you have to finish these drives off. I'm with you. I think he was going to give his back 2 shots there to punch it in, but he only needed 1.
Myers now to add the PAT. The kick is good. And the Seahawks back within a couple of scores. It's 35-21. After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Houston offense going to make their way back onto the field. And as we look back now, Greg, at how we got here, we got a ton of highlights of the offense so far. In particular, great passing.
Yeah, and if you want to score points in the NFL, Mike, there's no secret. You've got to do it primarily through the air, and with 3 touchdowns here so far, that's exactly what we've seen. It's been deep balls. It's been intermediate shots. It's been good run after catch. This has really been high-level offense on display right from the jump.
They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. And he'll be taken down as he takes it just shy of midfield.
This is a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Again, they'll give it to Mixon. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. Here's a give up the middle to Mixon. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the 1st down. Nice gain of 5. Back to throw. Stroud. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think. Here we are in the 2nd half, and that's only his 2nd incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to get him out of this groove.
On 2nd down, Stroud. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
It's so easy to underestimate the speed of this quarterback until you get on the field. They break down your pursuit angle so quickly because of that speed, so give credit to the defense. They understand it's a collective effort to contain this guy, and this time, defense wins and brings him down for a sack.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Stroud. This is caught. He got the connection to Collins. And he will score. Nico Collins. Touchdown, Houston. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
Fairbairn to add the extra point. It's up and good. And the Texans will extend this third quarter lead. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. A return now from the 4. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and Kenneth Walker ready to take over once more. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. From the gun, here's the give to Walker. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
The big guys in the middle of the defense, Mike, the defensive tackles. So often they're asked to do the dirty work. Keep the blockers off the linebackers. Let them run around and make all the plays. But in this case, this guy's able to shed his blocker, make the stop, and keep it to no gain.
Quick one to Smith and Jigba.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Off the play fake, it's Smith. Got it with Smith and Jigba. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. Closing in on 200 receiving yards for the game. He's been outstanding. That one good for a 1st down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Play action now. It's Gino. Straight ahead, it's Walker. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
And he continues to carry the ball well. Another nice one here. But as they find themselves continuing to trail here in the second half, the opposing team's defense is not really concerned about the run game. They need to find a way to use the pass to get the lead and then go back to this run game to close the game out.
They'll keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. He'll inch forward for maybe a yard. Daniil Hunter with the stop. Here's 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun, Smith. He'll take a shot here, back of the end zone. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion.
You can see the receiver. He's pleading his case to the refs. But from our perspective, Mike, I think it's pretty clear. He was not in bounds. I don't blame him for trying. If I was in his situation, I'm doing the exact same thing.
From the gun on 3rd down, Smith. That's Bobo. It's complete. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
Ball resting on the 9. First down and goal. From the shotgun, Smith. It is brought in the end zone. DK Metcalf. Touchdown, Seahawks.
We were talking during the break, Mike. We felt that this was kind of a do-or-die drive. They felt like they needed to come away with the touchdown here, and now they're showing a little life.
Yeah, a little bit of belief, don't you think? Everyone on that field knows they've been a part of a comeback before. It's a pretty big mountain, but a good way to get started here to begin this half. Now the point after try from Myers. He's got it. And the Seahawks are able to edge a bit closer. After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. This is fielded inside the 5. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The home team's offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And we'll give you a look at some of the highlights. He's had a number of them over that magic mark, over 100 yards on the ground, including a rushing touchdown. He has been a handful for the defense right throughout. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. On first down, they'll start with Mixon. And he'll get about 5 past the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll go right back to Mixon. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Pretty much just more of the same what we saw in the first. He does a little bit of, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
On 1st and 10, here's Stroud. That's over the middle and intercepted. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position, a huge chance to cut into the deficit. Now, after the interception, we have an injured player to look at. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. First and 10. Smith. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. So back and forth they go as we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They'll run the draw with Walker. And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing in and dropping him for a loss.
Well, not a great start to this drive offensively. You take the sack on 1st down, and you're thinking, all right, let's go to the ground game. Let's pick up some of the lost yardage. But then you take a loss again, and now it sets up 3rd and real long, and you find yourself in a tough spot.
He gets that to his big target, Fant. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. Once again, it's Walker. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. Shotgun run now with Walker. And it doesn't appear that he got to that 1st down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down. They'll motion over Metcalf. From the gun, it's Geno. He's got it at the 3. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal.
Critical 3rd down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the 4th quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
They'll run here, and it's Charbonnet. And he will score! Game on! Zach Charbonnet. Touchdown, Seattle. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Myers now to add the PAT. He knocks it through. And the Seahawks will cut the deficit to 7. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. Here's Pierce for the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Texans offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Mixon. And he'll get about 5. Throwing on second down, Stroud. Looking downfield, he's got Schultz, the tight end. A gain there of 27 yards.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
Stroud to throw here on first down. There's that man again, another catch. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
A second down throw for Stroud. That'll be taken in by Mixon. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
On first down, it's Stroud. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Really nice job with the protection up front. Just nobody could get open downfield, so it's a combination of your offensive weapons have to do a better job taking advantage of that time to work and separate. But also, how impressive is that by that defense to be able to cover for that amount of time?
Stroud back to the air on second down. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's a third down and 4. From the gun, here's Stroud. He's got his tight end. It's Schultz.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge first down conversion. Fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
They'll run on first down with Mixon. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down. In motion now, it's Collins. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Joe Mixon. Touchdown, Texans. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Now Fairbairn for the extra point. He's got it. And the Texans will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. So they come to the line for first down and 10. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. Second down and 8. From the shotgun, it's Smith. Over the middle, Smith and Jigba with the grab. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
Things certainly look a little improbable right now, Mike, but I wouldn't say impossible. I think they've got to capitalize on this possession to pick up some points. Every single possession right now is priceless. Points, possessions, and then they got to get some defensive stops.
The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Second and 7. Now, Geno. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
A first down throw for Smith. Looking Smith and Jigba's way again, and again a catch. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
They'll run here with Walker. And it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up third down. They go play action with Smith. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
Great reaction by the defense. At first, Mike, it looked like there was enough room out there for the quarterback to pick this one up himself, but they were able to rally to the ball, and I think the officials are going to mark him just short.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's fourth down. They'll try it now with Walker. And that's not going to work. The defense comes up with a fourth down, fourth quarter stand, and forces a turnover on downs.
So the offense finds themselves in a tough situation. They're down by 2 scores late in this game. They know this is a prime opportunity. They need to play for a touchdown, and instead the defense makes a huge stand, and they got a chance now to close this game out.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Mixon. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Now Mixon, and he'll get this ahead, gain of about 4, and it leads to 3rd down. They'll try and run for this with Mixon. It'll be a pickup of 10. 1st down for Houston.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. They will work the middle with Mixon. Powerful running there, stiff-arming his way for a gain of 6.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
On 2nd down, Stroud. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw, and maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. He'll try and get there on the ground. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a 1st down.
Here you are at the end of the game. You need a stop. You find yourself trailing. You have everybody covered, and the quarterback gets loose. Those are the plays that just kill a defensive coordinator. You're about to force a punt, about to get the ball back to your offense. Give credit to the quarterback. He made a play when they needed it.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle to Mixon. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Here's a 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, here's a give to Mixon. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. Open man, right side. He's got it. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, they'll use another timeout on this side of it at 1:55. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Mixon. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Again, they'll give it to Mixon. And the Texans are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Play clock down to 0. That's going to be a delay. The task a bit tougher as they face 2nd and goal. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So it's a win here for the Texans. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, they got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Texans, as we say.